guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my Robinhood portfolio. Today I'm going to be looking at 3 new high dividend yielding stocks that I may be potentially adding to the portfolio. One of these stocks is from the real estate investment trust arena, one is a utility, and one is a business development company. As you guys know, my portfolio is comprised primarily of blue chip stocks, large market capitalization stocks, high dividend yielding stocks that are in a buy and hold strategy, although I do some day and swing trading as well. And as you guys know, when I select a dividend stock, I select a dividend stock based on the sustainability and reliability of the underlying dividend. That is, I take a look at some of the underlying analytics like payout ratio. And just to remind you guys, I have quite a few videos discussing what makes a great dividend stock, so check those out if there's any discrepancies or any question about what I'm talking about. But taking a look at the payout ratio, there are a number of stocks that are considered dividend achievers, dividend aristocrats, dividend kings. Basically, how many years has the stock been able to sustain and increase its dividend payment over time? And as you guys can imagine, any company that is able to sustain a dividend over a long period of time, and not only sustain a dividend but increase the dividend, is a very, very good company moving forward. So those are a few of the different metrics I take a look at. Again, payout ratio, there's a number of different analytics you can take a look at. The payout ratio is one of the main ones, but also companies that are broadly characterized or put into cohorts, dividend aristocrats, dividend kings, dividend achievers, very, very good stocks. And anything above 4% would be considered a very good dividend. Once you get above 6, 7, 8%, a lot of these stocks have a problem or a difficulty maintaining that dividend over the long term, because as you guys know, dividends are essentially a proportion of a company's net profit. So if there's a dividend payout ratio greater than 100%, if the dividend is 15, 20%, the company is going to have a very, very hard time maintaining that dividend over the long term. And if the dividend is ever cut, the price of the stock will be cut dramatically as well. So for the portfolio, for the sustainability of a dividend, for the reliability of a dividend, anything from 4 to 6% would be a very, very good high dividend yielding security. So having said all that, let's jump into the 3 stocks that I'll be taking a look at today. The first one is a real estate investment trust, a very, very quality real estate investment trust, one of the best known real estate investment trust, IRM, Iron Mountain Incorporated. If we go to the bottom here, we can see this is a company that is involved in the storage of information. Basically, it's a management company with regards to business documents, electronic files, so on and so forth. It's one of the largest real estate investment trusts in this particular arena. You can see the earnings have been very, very good. The dividend yield is also very good, 6.173%. The PE ratio is a little bit higher, but that's because this is a very quality company, and there's a lot of investors who think over the long term this company will return lots and lots of income to the investors in the form of dividends. That's why that that's why that PE ratio is so high. You can see there in the middle as well, it's a very large company, 9.03 billion. If we take a look at the charts here over the last 3 months, down a bit, 1.86%. For the last year, it's down a bit as well, 7.75%. And you can see over the last 5 years, it's kind of had an up and down pattern, up 68.38%. But remember, this is a very quality high dividend yielding stock, 6.173. So the overall performance may not have kept pace with the overlying S&P 500 and any of the index funds, but if you factor in that dividend, I think you're right at that mark. So a very good real estate investment trust, IRM here, Iron Mountain Incorporated Real Estate Investment Trust. The second stock I want to take a look at here is the utility stock. Very good, very well-known utility stock, BEP, Brookfield Renewable Partners. This stock is essentially involved in renewable energy. It's essentially part of the Brookfield Asset Management Company. It basically owns global infrastructure of renewable energy resources. You can see that on the bottom here. Renewable power generation facilities, North and South America. You can see the earnings here did not do so well in the later part of 2016, but since that time, the earnings have been profitable. Again, the dividend yield is right at the upper end of what I would consider a very sustainable, very reliable dividend yield of 6%. PE ratio is not shown there, but the market cap, you can see it's a very large company, 9.45 billion. And over the last 3 months, you can see it's up 9.31%. Over the last year, up 13.48%. And over the last 5 years, it's up 37.01%. So again, a little bit under what the S&P 500 has performed during that particular time frame, but it's got a great dividend yield, as you see on the bottom there, 6%. So if you factor that in, this is a very, very good stock and probably has kept pace, if not beat, the S&P 500. And the last stock here, this is probably the riskiest stock of the three here. This is a business development company. As you guys know, business development companies are high risk, high reward entities. They are often highly leveraged, but they often have very, very good returns, much higher than a lot of the utility or real estate investment trust companies. On the bottom here, you can see it's a business development company, customized debt, equity, financing solutions. You can see the earnings here have been very, very robust. Has been beating its expected EPS or earnings per share over the last few quarters here. Great dividend yield as well. At the upper end of what I would consider a high dividend yielding stocks, 4 to 6%. This is 5.956. A very, very good PE ratio, 13.34. It's a very large company as well, 2.15 billion. And up on top here, you can see over the last 3 months, 2.86%. Over the last 1 year, 26.64%. And over the last 5 years, 138.4%. So again, this is probably the riskiest stock of the three. It's highly leveraged. You can see here it's been beating by quite a large margin the S&P 500 underlying index, 138.4 over the last 5 years and 26.64% over the last 1 year. So a very, very good company. And I'm definitely considering adding this to the portfolio. So 3 different companies here, 3 high-yielding companies sitting right at the upper end of that 4 to 6% dividend range, what I would consider to be a very sustainable and reliable dividend over the long term. So MAIN, business development company, BEP, a utility company, and IRM, a real estate investment trust company. So 3 very good stocks, 3 buy and hold stocks, and stocks from 3 different market sectors. Again, from real estate investment trusts, REIT, utilities, and business development companies. Like I said, I'll probably be adding IRM here at some point, but I think I may also add BEP and Maine looking a little bit further down the road. So yeah, just wanted to talk about these 3 great companies here. Let me know if you guys have these in your portfolios. I know a lot of you guys have IRM. BEP and MAIN are a little bit less well known, but also very, very good for dividend investors. So kind of with that, I'll end the video. As always, if you guys enjoy my videos, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Building the channel, having a ton of fun putting out these videos. I'm learning a ton about investing in the markets. I hope you guys have been learning along with me. If there's ever any questions about anything I brought up or discussed, please let me know in the comment threads below. I try my best to get back to those comments as quickly as I can. And again, if you guys have any great video ideas, let me know as well. I'm always looking for new topics to read up on and to put up videos about. So let me know if you guys have any great topics to talk about. So kind of with that, I'll end the video, and we'll see you guys next time.